And welcome back, everyone. I hope you enjoyed that break because we have a qualifying match for you. We have a best of 3 between these two lovely players. This is a rematch of a series that we saw earlier today. And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Babylon, we have the Red Brodos player representing Shopify Rebellion. It is Harstem.
And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of the map, it is South Korean Zerg. In the blue, playing for Abydos, this is DRG.
Oh, here we go. The rematch is upon us. Harstem was able to have a pretty exciting series earlier, going 2-0 against DRG. The first game going all the way to the late game on Gressvan. Split map scenario, Sky Toss, you love to see it against Broodlord Infestor. The next game, of course, DRG was trying to punish the greedy opener of Harstem, trying to go for a Ling Bane all-in essentially, and it just kind of fell on its face. Or at least I should say Harstem had such beautiful defense against it that he was able to just skyrocket, and it led to that beautiful mothership moment, if you recall, where he was able to catch a couple too many lunkers.
Yeah, that was the last game they played. It was on this map as well, where towards that southern base there, he was able to cut off all of those lurkers and end the game rather abruptly. It did look like he was in a pretty healthy lead regardless, going into a Sky transition with no anti-air in sight for DRG. But yeah, it was cut short by that lovely move there. Those two were very fun games, definitely worth going back and watching at some point if you are interested, but we do have the rematch ahead of us. And every game so far, Harstem's been going for a very greedy fast third. It seems like Lambo was able to punish it. I don't think DRG would have been able to see those games.
Yeah, I don't think so either, but he's also looking to have his own way of approaching this, as we do have another wave of Lings on the way here from DRG. He is mixing in a couple of drones though, as he is sending his Lings across the map, or looking to try and deny this, as Harstem, is he going to go for that fast third again as the Stargate is thrown down?
We're watching. Is he going to do it again? Is he crazy?
I hope so. I really do hope that he does it every single game so far, at least until, I mean, DRG, he has failed to stop it so far. Like, he hasn't been able to get into a lead in the mid game off of this, and Harstem, he's headed in that direction. It looks like he wants to throw down that base.
Oh, he's crazy. He's actually crazy. He's doing it again. He just is daring DRG to come at him to try to punish this. And I mean, DRG, I think he sees this. He should be able to at least see the probe at the third with that Overlord that's sitting over there. So he knows what's happening, and he has been dead to punish this before, and it didn't go too well for him.
Yeah, it was on this map, if you recall. Babylon was the map where he tried to go for the Ling Bane all-in, and it just did not work out for him. That's why Harstem had such an easy road into the mid-game in that game, and that's why he had such a lead tech-wise as well. So I do think that it looks like DRG has learned his lesson. He is not making any more Lings. He is not looking to punish his third. He is just droning up back at home instead. He is accepting his fate.
Yes, we do see a little bit of pressure going down at this Adept. Oh, just survives with a fraction. 2 health points. And yeah, DRG not going to get anything done, but he is going to put the fear in Harstem, which is important.
Yeah. He's going to try to put the fear in him, but I'm sure Harstem is happy to see that his third base is safely up and running without any disturbances whatsoever. We do have a Twilight Council being thrown down behind this before even the second Oracle. This is looking like the Glaive Adept follow-up once again from Harstem. I'm curious if he will be committing into that direction once again.
Yep, as the Overlord's going to be going through that main there. You pointed it out last game as well. DRG has been really fantastic with his scouting. It just doesn't really let anything go. Yeah.
Exactly. He sees everything. He gets confirmation of the lack of forge, and we do have a couple of drones going down, though. At the same time, 6 workers do fall to these oracles. Oh my god.
Yeah, clean stuff from Harstem. Just runs that drive-by through this base here, takes out 6 of those workers, which is pretty painful for DRG as well. He was oversaturating that base just while he waited to get the defenses up at the third, or the natural.
Yeah, and he was punished for it as a result. Meanwhile, I don't know if you saw, but Harstem, he did pull out of gas as the Twilight Council was being produced. But then as the Overlord dove in, Harstem actually resaturated his gases in his main base, and he goes for Blink instead. So it looks like maybe he was thinking about going for a Depths. Maybe it was on his mind, but alas, he is committed to the Blink instead with no Forge. Bear that in mind.
Yeah. So he's going to be... you know, going for that Zane build here.
It is his build, you're not wrong. It's patented by the lovely Zane. And he's going to be moving out here with these Stalkers. Going to be a very quick move out as well, bearing in mind that this was a fast Twilight Council. This is going to be an even faster Blink timing, so Harstem can kind of flex his map control early on and pick off whatever he can. He's going to be able to at least find a couple of Overlords.
Yeah, interesting. So Harstem is going to be putting on some early pressure, and I'm curious to see how DRG is going to be responding to this, whether he's going to overreact or whether he's going to be able to just take a few units here. It has seemed that DRG's approach to this a lot of the time has been to overreact a little and then go for a counterattack.
Yeah, the Lings are, as you were saying, going for that counterattack. They do catch a couple of these reinforcing Stalkers as well. 2 Stalkers are going to be looking to go down. It looks like they will fall here. Lings will be traded out for this, but nonetheless, good trades from DRG, trading minerals for gas as he's building up his roach count.
Yeah, meanwhile, Harstem really taking his time, not going to be getting an early 4th whatsoever, going into charge behind this, and I think he will be playing Storm once again.
Yeah, Charge Load Archon into Storm. It seems to be his bread and butter. It's good that you pointed it out. I did notice that Harstem has been taking some pretty fast 4th bases, especially against DRG in both games in that series, but this game he does delay his 4th a little bit more. He's respecting DRG's position. He understands that his opponent has quite a hefty army and he wants to take it a little bit slower.
Yeah, DRG going a lot more heavily into roaches this time around, getting that +1 range this time as well instead of +1 melee, so he is looking to mix things up here.
Definitely, as a couple of adepts do get caught out, the entire army has to rotate over as well. Meanwhile, the Oracles have spotted the Roaches, and we have +1 range because we are committing into a Queen push as well. Roach Ravager Queen going to be looking to lay siege upon this 3rd base of Harstem.
Yes, I really want to see how Harstem deals with this, because this is how I lose all of my ladder games.
Yeah, this is such a popular build, especially on Babylon, because of these rocks, because of how exposed this 3rd base can be once you bring them down. The Queens are going to be looking to push away these Oracles. Good force fields, though. Oh. Yeah,
good force fields cutting up that army there, but the Ravager's going to be able to deal with that. And it looks like DRG making some decent headway, but Harstem being very patient with the defense and slowly just chipping away at this roach count.
Yeah, exactly. The Stalker's trading well, but now we've gotten on top of the shield battery. The shield battery does fall, overcharge does run out, and we do have DRG slowly breaking through, but his buffer is no longer there. The Ravagers are exposed.
Yeah, a few probes going to get pulled there for Harstem just to make sure that he doesn't get overwhelmed there at the front. He's just going to be looking to trade out as much as he can with the Ravagers. He is target firing those down as well, and yeah, DRG is going to be deflected here.
Yeah, solid defense from Harstem. I'm sure he lost some workers, but DRG also cut workers as well. He cut workers, I want to say, at 61 or around or sub 66 even to commit to this push. And yeah, Harstem survives.
Yeah, DRG is still remaining very low on workers here, and the longer that this goes on, the more Harstem can start to pump out these Immortals, can start to add on some extra Oracles as well. And once we have a few Immortals, it's going to be very difficult for DRG to get damage done.
It really is, but there are no Immortals here at the 4th bases that completely expose this Roach run by doing so much damage. At the same time, the main army of DRG wants to try to catch Harstem not looking, not paying attention, but it looks like Harstem is now able to rotate around and will hold on to his 4th.
Yeah, good split there. That is, of course, going to leave that 3rd exposed. This Immortal would be a huge pickoff, but we do have the shield battery overcharge.
Yeah, the overcharge barely keeping it alive, but it looks like the DPS is just too damn high. The shield battery goes down, the Immortal as well. Oracles do have to turn back around to defend. As the army turns back around, we do have another backstab here with these Roaches.
Yeah, but Harstem already ready for that, anticipates the movement, is going to be dealing with it. These Oracles starting to run out of energy, haven't quite gotten on top of the Ravagers. Harstem just desperately trying to survive, but he is going to be able to reinforce his right-hand side now.
Yeah, exactly, and he is going to be able to deflect DRG, but once again, he's coming back in with a handful of roaches. Oracles are going to try to respond, and Harstem not quite in position here, even at his own third base.
Yeah, 9 probes going to be going down, 10 probes. It looks like damage going down at that southern base as well at the same time. There's roaches. That roach run by DRG keeps going for it. Has finally found the damage, and I feel like Harstem is finally breaking now.
Yeah, initially he was doing such a great job at defending his 4 bases, but he is being pulled apart. The bios will connect as well. 20 workers have gone down, as well as the base itself.
Yeah, that's right. The roach is starting to break on through. Harstem just being a little punished here. Maybe could have gone into something like Disruptors a little bit earlier if he knew this was coming. But really nicely done by DRG to split up into that other base to get all the damage done. GG is called, and DRG fights back.
DRG, he puts his first point on the board for the entire day against Harstem. He does take a game, and I do really appreciate this. I do appreciate that he didn't overreact to try to punish the fast third base of Harstem this time, and instead go for a more solid 3 base or more solid 3 base economic push there. 65 workers, nothing but Roach, Ravager, Queen. I do think that, yeah, DRG found so much more success on Babylon. But I also think that that was a little bit map dependent as well. I do think that there's a reason why that kind of aggressive build is so common on Babylon.
Yeah, especially once you break down those rocks outside the third, you can get on top there pretty quickly. But yeah, DRG sort of breaking the narrative of this series here, where Harstem was able to be in the driver's seat for those last couple games. He finally gets to dictate the pace of this game through the mid game, and that's going to change how things go a little.
Yeah, exactly. It does kind of change or shift the narrative, as you were saying, and now suddenly Harstem is on the back foot. I really do think it's a shame that these are all best of 3s, but as a result, DRG is 1 game away from taking the series and eliminating Harstem from the tournament. So Harstem is up against the wall. He's got to come back here and now in game 2, I believe on Gressvan.
Yeah, and this would be a really rough way to go out after how amazingly well he did against DRG the first time round here. So I'm definitely hoping at least for a game 3.
I am as well. As thank God. As the lobby has been made, and yeah, we're gonna be able to file on in as well. A little bit concerned.
I started the game.
Yeah, same. I was really scared for a moment there, but it's okay, Pop. We made it in. We made it in.
So we are back on Gressvan. This is where we saw that 40-minute epic between these two players. What's going to be different this time? Is anything going to be different this time?
Oh, that's a good question. We did have a split map scenario on this map. I believe this was also a map where Harstem did go Glaives, if I'm not mistaken. It was Oracle into fast third into Glaives, which didn't actually do too much damage, to be fair, until a little bit later on. So yeah, we'll see if Harstem does adapt, kind of like what he did in that last game. We'll see.
Yeah, that's right. As here we go, the beeps are going. We are going to be kicking things off on Gressvan. Harstem down to his last life. Is he going to be able to survive and get us to a game 3?
I want it.
Tense. It's always tense between these two.
It is. You can cut through the air like what? with a knife. As we
like
are
a bird in flight.
Exactly. It's spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Gressvan. We have the red Protoss player representing Shopify Rebellion, currently down in this series, fighting for his tournament life. It is Harstem.
And in the top left-hand corner of the map, the blue Zerg looking to get his revenge with the 2-0. This is DRG. Oh, don't fly so close to that overlord. It's so ugly.
Wait, excuse me? What do you mean? It's beautiful.
Bug eyes.
Oh god, as yeah, we are going to be getting into this game. A standard hatch first this time from DRG is going to be able to get it up and running. But yeah, as you were saying, it would be a shame if it does end with a 2-0, to be honest. Like, we've already had such a dynamic back and forth between these two players in this tournament, and I want this to go the distance regardless of who wins. I wanted to go to the ace match, but you know, it's not up to us, it is up to the players themselves, and it does feel like over the course of today's broadcast, DRG has been acclimating to Harstem.
Yeah, my brain's just doing bad idioms now.
Oh no, it's too soon.
We're stuck on we're stuck on the quick brown fox jumps over the candlestick. It's over.
It's not even. It's Jack be nimble. Jack be nimble, puppy. He be quick. Jumps over the candlestick. I don't even know what that's from. That's like a nursery rhyme or something.
Jack purchased a beanstalk.
Oh no.
Yeah, I guess so. It's one of those things where you just kind of know it.
Yeah.
So I guess that's what a nursery rhyme is,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, there you go. There you go. There you
go. It's a folk tale.
Yeah, from Sweden, actually. There you go. It all comes back around.
From Jönköping.
Yeah, from Jönköping. From DreamHack, actually. Tasia was the first to jump.
DreamHack.
Yeah, back in the day, obviously, esports wasn't a thing. Instead, they had a candlestick jumping competition. It's true. It's true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And duels to the death.
Yeah. That was the sideshow, though.
Nothing compared to the candlestick jumping. Where are we going with this? All right, the probe is going to be coming through here. It spots out all the lings. That's a fantastic scout. So this probe is going to be seeing the slight flood of lings before Harstem has to throw down his third. And that means he gets a second gateway.
There we go, Harstem. He walls off on 2 bases. He respects the ling count of his opponents, and he will not be going for his fast third, as you were saying. Harstem going for a much more standard timing here. Was going to be respecting this and staying on 2 bases a little bit longer, as he should against all these lings.
Crazy. Can you imagine not having your third down by now?
I know. It feels wrong. If you're out there, if you're a Protoss player in the chat, don't do what Harstem
If you're one of my ladder opponents, get a 3-minute next.
No, don't do it, Papi. Don't do it. The apes on the ladder, they'll kill you, Papi. They'll kill you. This is our PSA. Only Harstem can.
Yeah, we do see Harstem still moving out to try to get this at the regular time, despite seeing all of the lings, and it's not going to go so well for him.
Yeah, exactly. The probe goes down. 2 adepts go down as well. A second probe is going to be falling here. Harstem just misjudging the situation, not respecting these lings enough, and he does get punished for it.
Yeah, that was some serious damage, and Harstem's going to be thinking to himself now, 409, this Nexus is a 4-minute late. How am I going to come back from this?
It's over, Bobby. It's my 4-minute Nexus? How could he even? And he's going to be responding with something a little bit different. This is going to be a Twilight Council Robo follow-up, actually. So I'm curious. Yeah. Very curious.
Yeah, fast Robo is very interesting, whether this is for a fast Prism or for a 3-base Colossus sort of build. This is definitely intriguing.
Yeah, I am very intrigued as well. Okay, we're going to have Blink on the way, not Glaives or even Charge. With this Robo, as you were saying, you can get a really fast Prism to be aggressive on the map. Going to be an interesting choice here if that's what Harstem goes for. I wouldn't be opposed to a fast Bay into Colossus production to try and slow the game down, to just play with the tempo of how this series has been playing out.
Harstem's already got a Bay. They're getting married.
It's true. Are they not already married? Okay.
I think they did get married, yeah.
Okay. As the Oracle dives in towards the main, but it does get shot down here before it does get much of any damage. We do have a fast layer on the way from DRG as we speak, which it can be a little bit concerning as well, as Harstem did commit to go into that Prism. He's going for it, Bob. He's going for it.
All right, so Prism comes out. DRG, I don't believe, has spotted this fast robo yet. So it is going to be a rather committed push coming out from Harstem, and this can start to snowball. But I feel like I am worried about it just because Harstem really has not had good momentum in this game yet.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, especially off of the delayed third base, like he has been on the back foot, it feels, and I appreciate that he wants to be assertive. By the way, with that fast layer, it is going to be Aspire, so DRG is trying to get into mutas if possible, but we'll see if he can survive that long, as Stalkers are looking to try to break into the third.
Yeah, and this could get DRG into trouble, to be fair, but the Lings get into the natural disaster. Everything that could go wrong for Harstem has gone wrong with this game. Painful to watch as 6 more probes go down.
Yeah, they go down. The Ling gets a full scout of the main base as well. Confirms the lack of forge, the lack of upgrades, the lack of anything else here for Harstem. Harstem is so committed with this push. He has to make it work. He has to somehow trade well, maybe even try and break DRG here and now.
Yeah, with these mutas coming as well, I feel like the pressure is really on to get something going because DRG has been a little bit greedy.
He really has been tech-wise, as he's got his 4th on the way behind this as well. DRG is banking up so many minerals on gas. Like, he is playing with fire right now by not making any more Road Ravager. He's so confident in his ability to hold on, and he does force Harstem back.
Yeah, and there we go. First wave of mutas go out. And these could be game-ending. If they get into that main base completely unattended, start breaking through the probe lines, Harstem's economy already is pretty far behind where he would like it to be.
Yeah, there's nothing at home to defend. It may just force a recall. It may just wreak so much havoc that, yeah, it may be difficult or almost impossible to come back. We'll see as the mutas are coming out. They are going to be heading straight for that main base. Meanwhile, Harstem, still being active here in the center of the map, is not going to be able to push up that ramp. Is once again met by the army of DRG.
Yeah, he is going to be trading Lings off here. Doesn't lose too much. I think it's only 2 or 3 Stalkers so far. Definitely doesn't want to be losing any more than that.
Yeah, as another Stalker does get picked off. But again, we're just keeping the Stalker army busy. A Bile takes down the Observer as well. Yeah, and here we go. The mutas, they do dive in. And if we recall, then the Roach army will punish it.
Yeah, I mean, Harstem's going to try to deal with this with a warp in, but I don't think that's enough, especially without a battery. Looks like DRG just going to take the damage where he can find it. The recall is not at the natural. There's nothing at the natural.
Yeah, 10, 11, 12 probes have gone down. We do force a recall, so DRG has full map control as we see it. Even more workers are going down.
Yeah, he's just going to be fighting the Stalkers. The splash takes down even more workers. 16 workers at this point have gone down. The Phoenix going to get almost gets picked off as well. And yeah, I feel like Harstem just has not been able to get into his flow in this game.
Yeah, he really hasn't. With all the breathing room that DRG has gotten for himself, he's able to drone up to 69, nice, and look to max out on Roach Ravager. He is now at 200 supply. The mutas, they don't really matter anymore. They've more than paid for themselves, and DRG can focus on his frontal assault. The 4th base, there's no way to hold on to it.
Yeah, this 4th might just be going down right here, right now. It looks like if DRG wants to commit to it, he has the biles to take it down. Takes it down anyway. And I don't even know if Harstem can hold on here if he just pushes in.
Yeah, the Immortal goes down. We do have a shield battery. We do have an overcharge available as well, but the biles rain down upon the army of Harstem. And he just doesn't really have much else to hold on with.
Yeah, it's hard to watch, but it looks like Harstem just kind of crumbling under the pressure, knowing that he did so well getting the 2-0 earlier today. But GG is called. DRG gets his revenge and progresses to the knockout bracket.
GG, well played. Congratulations to DRG for advancing on into the knockout bracket, into the next phase of this tournament. My condolences to Harstem because he looked so good today, especially initially against DRG. He was able to bring him down and go all the way to the upper qualifying match against Lambo. Harstem did so well for himself today, but alas, could not cut it here in the rematch against DRG. He wasn't able to bring it here, to bring it home and to advance on. GG.
Yeah, I mean, an open bracket this stacked was always going to be full of heartbreaks, and there's the first one for us. Harstem, unfortunately, despite his fantastic performance, is not going to be going through. So from bracket A, we are our final results, we're going to have Lambo going through and DRG going through.
Congratulations to both Lambo and DRG. We were lucky enough to cover the majority of this group, and if you're interested, you can check out the VODs on our channel. They'll soon be uploaded to YouTube as well. Yeah, it was a little bit heartbreaking. I know Harstem is a fan favorite, and I mean, again, like, he just looked so good earlier as well, but DRG was able to, you know, react and again acclimate on the fly here to Harstem, recognize kind of the pros and cons to his greedier openers and take advantage of that. And yeah, really well done for DRG here. Really well done.
Yeah, it looks like he went away and thought about it and decided that with the momentum that Harstem got from that fast third, Ling Bane just wasn't really going to cut it, and going for these roach timings on lower drone counts was just a great way to adjust the series.
Yeah, it really was. It really was. So again, with that, congratulations to DRG. My condolences to Harstem. His tournament run has now ended. Alas, he can now, I mean, look to enjoy the rest of the event as well. You know, he's there offline with a bunch of his other compatriots, and I'm sure Harstem is looking to create some content as well. I will always remember the T rating, or the T review video that he made at IM Academy.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping that we do see it again, or something like that as well here, for ESL Masters Summer. So I hope Harstem's able to enjoy his stay. I hope so.
Yeah, for sure. I hear what you're saying. We need to have coffee tasting.
Oh, that's dangerous, Papi. How much coffee are they gonna drink?
No, it's fine. You just have a sip. You can do it like wine. You can spit it out. But I don't.
Shaking my head. So yeah, congratulations to Lambo and DRG. Meanwhile, over in Group B, you mentioned this earlier, but Hero Marine did kind of blaze his way through for the most part. He actually dropped the map to DNS. So shout out to DNS for taking a game off of Hero Marine. Very unexpected there in Group B. But Hero Marine does also advance on into the knockout bracket. And I believe we still have a couple of PvPs remaining here to find out who is the second player to come out from Group B.
Yeah, Shadowm was able to DNS, so takes out his countryman and teammate as well, I believe. So he will be going on to face Rail, and the winner of that one going to be going on to face Nightmare. So PvP gauntlet there to try to get through to the knockout bracket. I will have my eyes on Nightmare as well, just because we saw him have a bit of a fairy tale run at Atlanta, making his way from, I believe it was round 1 of the 6-round knockout bracket all the way through.
Yeah, Nightmare popped off at Atlanta. He just went Super Saiyan, just refused to die as well. It was insane what Nightmare was able to pull off, and I think we have a lot of high hopes as well, especially recently. Nightmare has been looking so good in these weekly online tournaments. I want to see him really show off here in an offline event. I think he has a little potential as a player, so we may be able to catch that. Shadowm and Rail are currently mid-series. Lobbies for their series were being posted as we were getting into our own. So we may just catch the that last qualifying match for Group B. It's possible. It's possible.
Yeah, still plenty of StarCraft for today.
Exactly. That's why I can't have you lose the brain yet, Papi. I cannot yet. We are we are merely reaching the halfway mark here, as Group C and Group D are still going to be held until a little bit of a later time before we really do dive into them. I'm not entirely certain as to when they're going to begin. I'm going to have to inquire about that. But for now, we're going to be going on a break. Everyone, take this time to recover from these intense games that we've been having. And when we return, we may be looking to jump into Nightmare versus the winner of Rail and Shadowm.
There we go. So should have a different matchup for you coming up soon.
A PvP, Papi. Oh, let's go.
I'm excited.
Yeah. All right. See you soon.